All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeftTV. You ready for some high-speed action tonight? Step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome to Road Atlanta. This is TurnLeftTV, and I'm your host, Heath Johnson. The High Octane Racing League GT3 Series heads to Road Atlanta for race number 7 of the season. Just 2 races to go, and this is a fun track, man. Going to be some great racing here. We got a big field. It's a 60-minute onslaught here at Road Atlanta. Who's got what it takes to bring home the victory? Well, there's only one way to find out, boys and girls, and that's watch it right here on TurnLeftTV. Well, the GT3 boys are in action today here Saturday, January the 7th, and it's Road Atlanta, 60 minutes of pure madness. All right, thank you so much for visiting us here at TurnLeftTV. Appreciate you being here today. Got some great racing headed your way. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, broadcaster, commentator here at TurnLeftTV, and the owner of High Octane Racing League. So Road Atlanta today, and a 60-minute race, race number 7 of the season. Just 2 races to go, and this could be a big one. Today's race is brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. If you're interested in an rFactor 2 server for your league, please give EliteHostingUSA.com. There are 3 self-managed rFactor 2 server packages for you to choose from. Also, WordPress hosting, online store hosting, VPS hosting, and shared web hosting available through EliteHostingUSA.com. And that's who provides our servers as well as the space for our website here at HighOctaneRacing.net. Come on over and visit us. There's a quick link to the Discord server if you'd like to do some racing with us. And welcome to all the new members, man. We've had 3 or 4 or 5 people join the Discord server today. So that's awesome, and I think they're out on the track competing. We got a big field here today, and I'm excited about it, man. A lot happening here at High Octane Racing League, and come on out and join us and enjoy the fun. Right now, we are in the qualification session. I think about 5 minutes left to go in quals. Of course, the schedule here in the GT3 series, Road Atlanta today, and then Bathurst, that classic Australian road course on January the 14th to finish out season number 3. It's been a great season, man, our biggest season yet in the GT3 series. So a fantastic turnout and a lot of really great drivers and camaraderie as well. Guys from all around the world here joining us today on the track. Again, thanks for coming in and joining me here on TurnLeftTV. Peace to everybody out there. Hope everybody's behaving themselves today here on a Saturday here, at least in the United States. I think it's Sunday for some of our drivers from across the pond, across a couple ponds actually. We've got a lot of Indonesian drivers here joining us, and I think it's already Sunday there, or excuse me, yeah, Sunday there in the morning. Matter of fact, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning there. So, hey, thanks for coming in and joining us. Peace to everybody, and don't forget to share my videos with all your friends. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, and then don't forget to smash that bell right there There's also a link to PayPal if you'd like to make a donation to TurnLeftTV. I got one up in the banner of the channel. And also click on those links to, if you'd like to donate to the Children's Miracle Network Hospitals, Extra Life, Children's Miracle Network Hospitals. I got a link there if you can make a donation to them. We've raised several $1,000s for them. And also, there's a link to my SimLabs website, too, if you'd like to purchase a sim rig. That helped me out here at TurnLeftTV. This is going to be a good one today, man. The GT3 series is always a fun one to watch. And we got a lot of videos here for you to watch, too. I've got well over, I think, about 300, actually more videos than that, 300 and some published videos that you can watch here at TurnLeftTV. Thanks to all the supporters out there and all the new subscribers. I really appreciate it. And we're going to have a great one, great race here today. Let's see where the qualifications are. Standings here. LCO Neto is the top time. First race out here, 117.217. You see Roman Ryepsev, our points leader, is second. So got an Audi up front. He's proven to these guys that you can get an Audi up front, man. That's awesome. Ritsky Novar, actually it looks like Turpolovsky is third. Ritsky Novar is fourth in the Ferrari. Palitz is in the fifth position. Adi Sathia is in sixth. Arthur Vieira, one of our Brazilian drivers, in the seventh position so far. Actually, look at that. He's jumped up to P5 in the BMW. Look at Arthur Vieira in the BMW. Right now in fifth in quals. Like he's waved off that qual lap. There's Claudio Bardelli Jr. Stock car win last night for Claudio, and here he is in the GT3 series, all in but around Road Atlanta in a Ferrari. Another one of our great Brazilian drivers. Take a look at the season standings coming into tonight's race. Roman Ryepsev, pretty comfortable lead here with just 2 races to go. Unipresanta sits second in points. Ritsky Novar third. Will Dunbar not here tonight. He is visiting family for their late Christmas celebration. So wish him the best. Gordon Carter sits fifth. Iqbal Kurniawan sixth. Alexander Beshkov seventh. John Stanley eighth. Nikolai Bechikov ninth in points. And rounding out the top 10 is Rizal Abdurrahman. Take a look at P11 through 20 in points. Artem Shuliev here today as well, one of our great Russian drivers. Sits 11. Nikolai Gerasimov, good to see him out today. He is 12th. Ted Mosier, Berto Crisatianto is in 14th. Mata Indika not here tonight. He's on vacation with his family, so we wish him the best. 15th. Wichexano is 16th. Chris Hughes 17th. Alexander Zakharov 18th. Paul Brown 19th. And Stephen Miller sits 20th in points. Looks like that is going to do it for the qualification session. Those guys will have a 10-minute warm-up session after they have the drivers' meeting. I'd like to say thank you for coming out here and joining us on TurnLeftTV. We've got a lot of action in store for you today here at TurnLeftTV. Thanks so much for coming in. Let's get this party started. All right, welcome back. Going to take a look at the qualification results. So look at that. Alessio Neto in the Audi qualifies in P1. He's answering all the doubters about the Audi, man. A lot of guys came out and started with the Audi and switched over. Roman Ryevtsev starts in the second position. Berto Cristiano qualifies third. Nikolai Turpolovsky starts in the fourth position. Sorry, first time I've seen that name. Ritsky Novar starts fifth. Adi Sathya starts in the sixth position. Nikolai Gerasimov starts in seventh. Artur Vieta eighth. Vadim Palets starts in the ninth position. Nikolai Bazrikov starts in 10th. Starting in P11 will be Yuta Prezanta in the Bentley. Rizal Abdurrahman starts 12th. Paul Brown and Andy Goendi, couple Corvettes, 13th and 14th. Claudio Bardelli Jr. qualifies in the 15th position. Gordon Carter, 16th. Chris Hughes, 17th. Artem Shuliev starts in P18th. John Stanley in the Aston Martin qualifies in the 19th position. Jim Willis qualifies in 20th. Bushwhacker Series back in action on January the 13th, starting at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's Friday, 125 laps from Iowa. We had a great race last night at Bristol, and a very, very competitive race. So I'm excited to see what we have in store at Iowa. Another short track headed your way. It'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV on January the 13th, starting at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. A little bit later, man, I'm going to get out of the broadcast booth and get in the cockpit of the stock cars in the Saturday Night Thunder at Bristol. What am I thinking, man? Bristol? Oh, 150 laps there in the Saturday Night Thunder. That's right, the Saturday Night Thunder, the Cup cars are back. We're running the brand new 2018 mod, the official content from Studio 397, and all the High Octane Racing League paint schemes on those. So 150 laps from Bristol to beat the broadcaster night in the High Octane Racing League Saturday Night Thunder, starting at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's tonight. And I better get my rest. We are in the warm-up session. Let's take a look at the keys to the race here. Race the track, man. Here at Road Atlanta, this thing is tough. Traffic management. You're going to be in a lot of traffic here tonight, and you're going to have to pick your spots and be patient. And don't overdrive it, man. Don't really try to go outside your wheelhouse there and do something that's crazy here at Road Atlanta, because this thing with the elevation changes and the really, really challenging track, this thing can get away from you in a hurry. But it is a fun track. Those are my keys to the race here at Road Atlanta. And we'll take a look at the track here at Road Atlanta, located in Braselton, Georgia. 2.5 miles, 4 kilometers in length, 12 turns, and some elevation changes just to make things interesting. The rolling hills of Braselton, Georgia. So that's Road Atlanta, classic road course here in the United States. Got about 4.5 minutes left to go in the warm-up session. Get some guys in the chat session, just a couple of guys who are going to be racing today. So Jim Willis, good to see him, and Wichexano. Oh, that's Adi Sathya there. Take that back. See Adi Sathya out tonight as well. Right now shown 13th on the grid in the warm-up session. This is Nikolai Bezhikov in the Radical. How about that, man? Showing that he can make the Radical competitive. This might be a good track for the Radical as well. Alicio Neto wishing everybody good luck as well. And welcome to Alicio. Very challenging part of the track right here. A little chicane, keep things interesting. We'll see a lot of action in that portion of the course. And you see the elevation changes. This is the hardest part of the track for me when I've driven this track. I don't like the blind curve and then downhill, man. Really, really tough section of the track right there. So on board here with Nikolai Gerasimov. Excuse me, Nikolai Bezhikov. Got about 3 Nikolais here today. Sorry about that. I'm sure I'll hear it. We got 3 Nikolais. Tripolovsky, Gerasimov, and Bezhikov all here. We got the 3 best Nikolais. How about that? On board here with Bezhikov in the Radical to kind of get an idea of what it's like to get around this joint. Just a little under 2 minutes left to go in warm-up. Now there is a mandatory pit stop in this league, and also you have to change the tire compound. And here's this challenging portion of the track for me right here, man. This blind downhill, as in now he's coming down pit lane. So you got to change your tire compound tonight in this league. Start out on mediums, for example, and then you got to change to softs or hards. And all 4 tires have to match. So adds a little strategy here to this 60-minute race, and again, a mandatory pit stop. Take a look at our points leader, Roman Ryevtsev, in the Bentley. The Bentleys have been really strong here, and there's even been some talk about, nerfing those Bentleys, sort of doing a balance of performance with them. Because they are so dominant. Double check here and make sure our side-by-side view is working. Looks like it is. That's great news for us. And I think we're going to get ready to get this party started. So pick your winners. Claudio Bardelli Jr., how about him? I might pick him to win. All right, boys and girls, I see the checkered flag. That means it's the end of warm-up. And that means we are headed to the race. These guys populate the grid. We'll take a look at the starting order. Starting order, Alessio Neto qualifies in P1. Whoa, what happened there? Let's try that again. Alessio Neto starts in P1 in the Audi. Roman Ryevtsev second in the Bentley. Berto Crisatianto in the BMW starts third. Nikolai Turpelovsky starts in the fourth position. Starting in P5 is Ritsky Novar in the Ferrari. Adi Sathya starts in sixth. Nikolai Gerasimov starts in the seventh position. Arthur Vieta starts in P8. Starting in the ninth position will be Vadim Politz in the ninth car in the Bentley. Nikolai Bezrikov 10th. Iqbal Kurniawan starts in 11th. Yuta Prezanta starts in 12th. Starting in 13th will be Rizal Abderrahman. Paul Brown in the Corvette starts 14th. Andy Goandi starts in 15th in the Corvette. Claudio Bardelli Jr. the Ferrari starts in 16th. Starting in 17th will be Gordon Carter of the Corvette. Chris Hughes starts 18th. Artem Shuliev 19th. John Stanley starts in P20. Starting in 21st in the Corvette will be Jim Willis. Guys, going to be really careful on this formation lap because it is so windy, and you're carrying a fair amount of speed here with the pace car. So nobody wants to get wrecked out here on the pace lap. So a 60-minute race here tonight at Road Atlanta. 21 drivers joining us. Thanks to all those folks watching live or on replay here on TurnLeftTV. Don't forget my keys to the race here tonight. Race the track. Manage that traffic. Pick your spots. Be patient and don't overdrive it here at Road Atlanta. This thing will reach out and absolutely bite you. And I want to say how much I appreciate all the drivers that come out and support HORL. This has been a fantastic season. And we'll have a big announcement here, I think, at the final race of the season next week. Everybody sort of doing a good job of managing the S's here. Here we go, boys and girls. Get ready. Hold on to your horses. It's Road Atlanta.
Green flag, go, go, go.
And we're off here at Road Atlanta. Race number 7 of the season. Alessio Neto is the leader. We got a good battle here for P2. Ryevtsev and Crisatianto battling it out right there. It looks like Roman Ryevtsev has that spot. Clean so far, I believe. Down the hill. Take a look at his, we saw this pass here with a couple Bentleys battling it out. Prezanta and Kurniawan. Prezanta getting that spot. Kurniawan now falling back there to the 12th position. Stiato is in P11. Take a look at this on the start. Andy Goandi and Claudio Bardelli Jr. A little Corvette versus Ferrari action. Ferrari getting the best of that on this start and picking up a spot. On board here with the Ferrari. Claudio Bardelli Jr. running in P15. Roman Ryaptsev, our points leader in the Bentley, now all over the back of this Audi. Alessio Neto. The guys, the biggest complaints I think about the Audis is that, man, they just get wicked loose later in a run. We'll see how this Audi does today. I think he is the only Audi out there, and Roman Ryaptsev in the Bentley going to keep him honest. Take a look at here is Artur Vieira. Nikolai Bezhikov battling it out. Bezhikov in the Radical. Vieira in the Bentley. Excuse me, in the BMW. Going to get by. Looking under the back of his car, you see Nikolai Bezhikov, also Yuta Przanta in this mix as well. Przanta wanting to get around Bezhikov. Good battle there from P10. Przanta's going to get that spot. As Bezhikov there starting to fall back a little bit. Take a look at Artem Shuliev here in the BMW. Oh, Shuliev there, a little bit loose. He gets into the grass. So the 92 car off the track, and that's probably the best thing that could happen for him as he gets back on but doesn't spin around. Look at this, Adi Saithya in the Ferrari. Oh, Saithya into the tire barrier. Adi Saithya into the tire barrier. And a big time damage there for him. Take a look here as he just gets loose, and then the Bentley gets by. We'll take a look at this again. Just over the crest of this hill, he loses the back end of this car right there, man, and then hard into the tire barrier. What a tough break for Adi Saithya. He is the first car out of the race. What a tough break there for him. Take a look at Paul Brown here in the Corvette. For our oval racers, he is running in the 12th position. Just behind him is Rizal Abdurrahman in the BMW. Claudio Bardelli Jr. running in P14 in the Ferrari back there as well. Look at Nikolai Bezhikov. He's lost some positions here on the start in this Radical. And really, this says a lot about Bezhikov, his 23 car. He decided he was going to challenge himself. Everybody was sort of dogging the Radical out, and he was going to challenge himself and make it work. And he's done a great job. Bruno Crisatianto in the BMW. Crisatianto through the S's. Oh, the back end steps around. Oh, my gosh. Hard contact for Crisatianto in a 15 car. Oh, my heavens, man. Rizal Abdurrahman had gotten by. But that was a huge amount of contact for Crisatianto. He doesn't have a wing, man. He's going to have a lot of trouble. I think actually Ritsky Novar was the one who had gotten by. Abdurrahman, I think, also had gotten by as well. On board here with Rizal Abdurrahman. Crisatianto has had some trouble. Take a look at Ritsky Novar out of the front of his machine at Crisatianto. Do you see that car just snap around on him? Wish we could just go to the back of the car. That would be great. Well, right now, flawless has been Alessio Neto in his first race out and Roman Ryaptsev in second. First race out for Nikolai Turpolovsky in the Bentley. He's got Ritsky Novar just behind him in the Ferrari. It's a good tight battling here with Novar, Turpolovsky, Nikolai Gerasimov also in this mix. Take a look at Ritsky Novar, one of our Ferrari drivers. Coming across the start-finish line. Right now, Ritsky running in P4, so good run there for him. The BMW of Nikolai Gerasimov just behind. Take a look at that. About a 0.3 of a second separate the two of those guys. Ritsky Novar P4. Gerasimov is in 5th. Closing in on Turpelovsky. We'll take a look at Turpelovsky. You see less than a second separate P3, P4. So the Bentley and the Ferrari starting to battle it out here. About a half a second separate the two of those guys. I think what you find with the GT3 cars is that different cars are better in different parts of the track. The Bentley just seems to be, for overall right now, better than the rest of these cars. A lot of drivers have reflected that same sentiment. Take a look at John Stanley in the Aston Martin. TurnLeftTV, Elite or Extra Life hosted. Oh, man, he comes around right there. Does he keep it out of the tire barrier? A little contact there, but not too bad. But a tough break there for John Stanley in the Aston Martin. I think he is the only Aston Martin in the field today. Chris Atianto on pit lane taking service here in minute 51. So Chris Atianto, a pretty significant amount of damage for him. And he's taking some service. Take a look at the Vadim Pallets in the 6th position in the Bentley. First race out here for him, and we want to welcome him to High Octane Racing League. He's mixing it up right now with some of the best. Gerasimov just ahead and Vieta behind, so he's sandwiched in between two BMWs. And we've got Ritsky Novar up there in P4, but Vadim in his first race out in the 6th position. So showing a lot of talent here, man. We've got a lot of talented drivers that just joined today. So, again, I want to welcome all those guys. Neto, Turpelovsky, Politz all joined today. And here they are out running with us and being competitive and maybe put themselves in a position to win the race. Take a look at Alessio Neto leading the field in the Audi. He's starting to open up a little bit of a gap now on P2. Just inching away ever so slightly, about 0.6 of a second. And we'll see how this Audi behaves as the run goes on. Take a look at Ritsky Novar here as he's leading that pack of cars. Ritsky Novar in the Ferrari. Oh, no, the Ferrari! Oh, no, Ritsky Novar into the tire barrier. Ritsky Novar into the tire barrier. Oh, my heavens, man. He had such a great race going, and now is going to have some damage to be repaired on that Ferrari. Ritsky Novar into the tire barrier. And Gerasimov had a ringside seat for that one. Take a look at this. So Ritsky just snaps around right there. And, wow, tough break there. So we see some passing going on there with the BMW. See Jim Willis going a lap down in that Corvette. Tighten things up a little bit, but Novar, big time problems for him. Go back there and check him out. He comes down off this hill and he's saying this thing is already wrecked, and it snaps on him and then straight into the tire barrier. And wow, what a tough break there for him. Take a look at Claudio Bardelli Jr. in the Ferrari. Artur Vieta's had some trouble. I'm not sure what's happened to Artur Vieta, but he's retired his machine. Maybe come down pit lane, and I'm not sure what happened to Vieta in the BMW, but he's retired his machine. What a shame. And Andy Gawande now moving up a spot. He is in P16 with the retiring of Artur Vieta. So Vieta, tough break there for him, out of the race. Must have had some trouble earlier here. We'll take a look. See Vieta there. I don't know. Maybe he killed his engine. He was slow on the track. Maybe killed his engine. We're going on board here with Paul Brown and going down the hill. And you see Vieta coming onto pit lane. He might have killed his engine. Go back here a little bit and check out. Yeah, I don't know. He may have broken his engine here. I hear it, but not really understanding what's going on there with him. And he's had some trouble, and he is out of the race. What a tough break for Artur Vieta. Well, while we've been watching that, guess what? We got a lead change, and that is Roman Ryabtsev getting by. We'll take a look at this pass as the Audi getting in the grass does a great job of keeping it out of the tire barrier, but that's going to give the spot to Roman Ryabtsev. Alessio Neto now back to P2. So Neto came off track. So we'll take a look and see what happened here to Neto. Right here as, man, I don't know. It gets a little bit loose. He's trying to catch it, and he gets off into the grass. Too much speed through that area. Oh, and he's followed into the grass by the Bentley, and the Bentley's going to get by. So both those guys into the grass through the turn. And great job of keeping that thing out of the tire barrier. Roman Ryabtsev, he was behind, and he had his own mess to deal with, but you see it, both of these guys in the grass. And, get those things back out on track to continue on. Going back here live to Roman Ryabtsev, our leader. Neto now in the second position. And this is the thing, man. You do not want to let Roman Ryabtsev out of the lead because he will just run away from you. You try to keep him behind you as much as you can. But he has he's had a few problems. He had one race at Salzburg ring, a little bit of an issue, and then here tonight getting off track. But it's about recovery, and Roman Ryabtsev's one of the best at it. Take a look at Gordon Carter here in the Corvette running in P10. Good run here for Gordon Carter in a high place sponsored machine. Kind of out there by himself right now in P10. A good top 10 run for him. A little bit of a gap there between he and P9. Yuta Prezanta is in ninth, but Prezanta coming on to pit lane. Maybe making that mandatory pit stop. Got a lot of time to go. And it looks like Yuta Prezanta is on pit lane in the Bentley. Take a look at Artem Shuliev. And I do this once a race. And if you're new to TurnLeftTV, you know what? You may not know what's expected, but here we go. I love this. I got to do this once a race. There you go. How about that? Are you watching, comrade? Work harder. Every time he comes out, I got to show that. Love that. One of the best TurnLeftTV logos I've seen, huh? Just behind him is Andy Goandy and Chris Hughes. Chris Hughes in the 91 car in P14. Goandy is in the 19 car. A couple Corvettes here battling it out. We got a Bentley coming up behind. And that's Iqbal Kurniawan in the 77 Bentley. So good tight battle here between a couple Corvettes. Shuliev just ahead of these guys in that 92 car. Nikolai Turpolovsky is now in the 16th position in the Bentley. Remember, a mandatory pit stop here today, and you have to change the tire compound. So these guys have not made that pit stop yet. Yeah, the Studio 397 has added a little bit of a feature to this where you can look at the tire compound. You see both these guys out here on soft tires. Kind of hard to see. They could probably change that to a solid so you can see the logo a little bit better off to the right of the driver's name. So all on softs. So I would suggest they're probably going to be all going to mediums for the last run. And we got a good tight battle here between the BMW and the Bentley. Good tight battle here. Looking ahead, you see Chris Atiato in P15 in the BMW. And Turpelovsky is in the Bentley here, hounding him. Now you got to be careful not to overdrive this car through the S's. But a good battle here for P15. Chris Atiato has it, and Turpelovsky wants that spot. Louis Bezrikov in our Radical. Oh, he gets into that curb and comes around, and is he going to back into the tire barrier? He does. I told you this is the most challenging portion of the track right there. Blind curve into the S's. And he's able to get the car back around and continue on. And I think Chris Atiato's coming around as well. Take a look at here. The Bentley, Turpelovsky in the Bentley, and Chris Atiato in the BMW. Bezrikov looks like he's retired his machine. And we get a good pass there. And oh, man! I don't know what happened to Chris Atiato. He gets into the wall. Chris Atiato, what happened here? Did he get into the back of the Bentley? So over the hill. Yeah, I don't know what happened right there. He does eventually get into the back of the Bentley, but then straight into the wall. Taking out one of the signs. Turpelovsky. I was going to try to go to the back view of that car, but it's not letting me. They should just let me delete half the cameras on these cars so I can concentrate on the front and the back and, driver's seat, that type of thing. So our race leader is Roman Ryevtsev. Alessio Neto is in second. Vadim Politz is in the third position. We'll take a look at him in the 7 car. Vitsky Novar and Artie Vieta joining us in the chat session. Tough break there for those guys. And as I suspected, Artie Vieta had some car trouble. Vitsky Novar going to watch the race from the broadcast. Cheering on his friends, I'm sure. Take a look at Chris Hughes in the Corvette. He's running in the 10th position. Artem Shuliev just behind in the 11th spot. Take a look at the Iqbal Kurniawan. Now, we haven't really talked about Iqbal Kurniawan too much tonight, but he's running in P14. Or excuse me, P11. Kind of out there by himself right now. It's Chris Hughes in the Corvette, running in 10th. You see Yuta Brazanta in the 15th position just behind. He's a lap down. Some of these guys have come down pit lane as well. So Brazanta on fresher tires, and I'd probably just let Brazanta go. So Yuta Brazanta in the Bentley on fresher tires, now looking like he wants to get around this Corvette. On board here with him. You see Chris Hughes in P10 just ahead. Been a good clean race here so far. Everything's sort of been self-induced. Take a look at the Gerasimov getting by the Bentley. So the Bentley had some trouble there. That was Vadim Pilot's having trouble there through the turn, and Gerasimov's going to get by. Take a look at so yeah, he got into the, oh man, smacked the tire barrier there. He got into the sand, no traction there, and right side contact into the tire barrier. We'll back this up here just a little bit. And take a look at that contact. Right here, he just missed that turn. It really wasn't the sand. He just missed the turn, hit the curb, and it threw off the balance of the car, and he got into the wall. Well, this battle for P1 has tightened up since we last looked. It's now down to 0.2 of a second. Givaldo joining us here. Good to see Givaldo out. Givaldo had a great run last night in the Bushwhackers series. Qualified in P1. Look at that Audi in P2 right there. Neto is absolutely fighting this car, trying to hold on to that Bentley. Givaldo had a great qualification and a great run last night, so good job to Givaldo. We're excited to see him start in P1 last night. We got a battle here for the race lead. 35 minutes left to go, and it's tight. And I got to be wondering about, Neto, if he's actually pushing that car too hard. We're on board with the Audi as we're looking ahead at P1. Roman Ryevtsev, our points leader. And you can see a little bit different line through the turn for him. And, he might be pushing this car a little bit hard, but hopefully not. But he is the only Audi driver out on the track. Alex on pit lane, making his pit stop now, finishing up, coming back out on track. See him exiting pit lane, now in P15. As this battle for P1 heats up. Remember, mandatory stop, and these guys have not made pit stops yet. They're on soft tires. Those tires got to be used up here halfway through the race. Ritsky Novar saying, hey, I'm looking forward to a rematch at Bathurst. We'll be excited to see you there in the Ferrari. How about Gerasimov here having a good run in P3 in BMW? It's about 5 seconds off the race lead. And if something goes wrong with these two guys just ahead, getting into one another, and he's in a position to capitalize on that. We're on board here with him. Going over those curbs, and he's about 5 seconds back to the race lead. And actually, Neto has come down pit lane. Alessio Neto on pit lane in the Audi. And that leaves Roman Ryevtsev out there by himself in P1. And I would suspect he's going to be making a pit stop here fairly soon. We take a look at Alessio Neto on pit lane as Roman Ryevtsev continue with the lead. Don't forget, a little bit later tonight, we'll be at Bristol Motor Speedway in a High Octane Racing League Saturday Night Thunder using the brand new 2018 mod, the official content from Studio 397. And 150 laps from Bristol. It's going to be a great one. Race number 1 of a brand new Saturday Night Thunder season. Racing starts at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this is Beat the Broadcaster night. Come on out and join us. Bushwhacker Series will be back in action on January the 13th. Race number 2 at Iowa Speedway. Last night's race at Bristol was fantastic. Had a huge field, excited about this season. And race number 2 headed your way, another short track, 125 laps from Iowa. Starting at 9 p.m. on Friday, January 13th. Of course, it'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV. So Ryevtsev has not made a pit stop yet. P2 is now Gerasimov. You see him getting around John Stanley, a lap car. Stanley right now running in the, where is he? I have to look on the list. John Stanley running in P15. Take a look at him in the 15th position in that Aston Martin. Paul Brown in the Corvette. And, he is known for his stock car prowess, but he's out here making it competitive. He's in P3 right now in the Corvette at Road Atlanta. Thank you, Givaldo. Appreciate that. So Paul Brown, although 26 seconds down to the race leader, he is still... Actually, looks like a race leader is on pit lane. Gerasimov also on pit lane, so Paul Brown's got a chance here maybe to lead a few laps. These guys take pit stop. So Ryevtsev on pit lane as Paul Brown going to assume the race lead, I believe. So you see our race, or former race leader, Roman Ryevtsev, on pit lane. Paul Brown is the leader. So a lot of time on pit lane here in the GT3 series. That's because in reality they have fewer pit crew members than what you'd see with a stock car crew. So pit stops do take a while. We're at 29 minutes left to go in the race, and Paul Brown is the leader, but I'm getting some word that he's going to be coming down pit lane. As you see the race leader, the former race leader, Roman Ryevtsev, now back to the 6th position, finishing up his pit stop. So Paul Brown is going to be coming down pit lane. Rising over the hill, and you see that dotted line to indicate the beginning or the entrance of the pits as Paul Brown in the Corvette making a pit stop here with 28 and a half minutes left to go. It's going to give the race lead to the Ferrari of Claudio Bardelli Jr., the 93 car. Take a look at Iqbal Kurniawan in the Bentley. He's had some more trouble, I think. We're taking a look at the issue there through the S's, and he spins, and a little backing it into the tire barrier. So Kurniawan now straighten that thing back up and getting back out on track. Take a look at this battle here. Claudio Bardelli Jr. is the leader. He's got some traffic behind him. He'll be on fresher tires. Take a look out of the back of his machine at Bezrikov, and it looks like Bardelli Jr. is coming down pit lane in the 93 car. Jim Willis indicating he's going to be coming down pit lane too. I've talked too much about Jim here tonight. Doesn't normally race the GT3 series, but doing a great job out here tonight. Right now in 17th position. He's a little bit more comfortable in the stock cars, but here he is in the Corvette, one of our Florida drivers. Trying to tackle a very challenging track. So he says he's going to be making a pit stop this time as well. Take a look at Jim Willis, as I believe he's going to be making a pit stop, and that is the case. So the Corvette of Jim Willis coming down pit lane. Back here, take a look at Artem Shuliev in the BMW. Shuliev in that challenging portion of the track. I pointed that out. Oh! Shuliev into the wall, and he's got he lost the back end, and he's now retired his machine. So Artem Shuliev out of the race. What a tough break there for Shuliev. Jim Willis on pit lane here as he's still taking service with just under 26 minutes left to go. Neto back to the race lead in the Audi. Take a look at Nikolai Gerasimov in P2 of the BMW. 13.2 seconds down to the race lead. We've sort of strung out here after pit stops, and Ryemtsev has fallen back in the Bentley. Not sure what's happened to him on those pit stops, whether there was contact for him or what, but he has fallen back. Now finds himself playing some catch-up. After making pit stop, Claudio Bardelli Jr. comes back out in the 4th position in the Ferrari. So good run here for Bardelli Jr. I talked about him last night as he won the stock car race last night. And I was talking about how he can actually just get in anything and drive, man. And I say that about a few of the drivers here, but this guy's doing a lot of streaming. He races a lot of different sims as well, and a lot of different cars. And he just loves racing. Also involved in playing samba music as well, so got a lot of talents there, musical ability, and some racing as well. Take a look at Andy Coendi here in the 13th position in the Corvette. He is one lap down, but running in P13. 20 seconds behind the car ahead of him, and that would be Kurniawan in the Bentley. Take a look at Vadim Politz at his first race out in the Bentley. Running in the 9th position. So good top 10 run here in his first race out here at High Octane Racing League in the GT3 series. He's got the race leader. Alessio Neto trying to close in and put him a lap down. And you might start seeing those lights flashing here pretty soon. So far, it looks like no problem. Not quite close enough to let them know you want by, but the general deal is you flash those lights to let them know to get out of the way. So we're taking a look at our race leader here. Alessio Neto. He's got that lap car just in front, and it's starting to get to the time where he might start flashing some lights. There you go. You see the lights flashing out of the Audi. The Audi looks like it's a little bit better, at least this car, or Alessio I should say, is a little bit better in these turns. The straightaway speed definitely going to the Bentley. Lap car, or put this car a lap down and get some distance on him. Police is in the 9th position. Police there starting to get off track just a little bit, kicking up some dust. Not huge panic mode right now for Neto. He does have a 14-second lead over P2. Turpelovsky, good battle here. Turpelovsky and Abdurrahman and Paul Brown, three-way battle. And this is for the 5th position. Turpelovsky in 5th. Abdurrahman in the 6th position. Rizal Abdurrahman in the BMW running in P6. We got a Corvette. Paul Brown in the 7th position. So good battle here late in this race. 20 minutes left to go. Three-way battle. These guys are actually closing in on Claudio Bardelli Jr., so we may end up having a 4-way battle here before it's over with. On board here with Abdurrahman. Abdurrahman is running in the 6th position. He's got the Corvette behind him. Sooner or later we'll get there. There you go. Just behind is the 7th place car of Paul Brown. And out of the front of his machine, he's got the 5th place car, Turpelovsky. Paul Brown's come off the track. I'm not sure what happened to Paul. Paul Brown's off the track here, it looks like. Oh, he spins. Oh, does he get into the tire barrier? He does. So contact for Paul Brown as he was working on the back of Abdurrahman. Oh, my heavens, man. Chris Hughes and Yuta Prezanta battling it out. Excuse me, Alberto Cristianto, they're not racing for position. Cristianto getting by. Chris Hughes in the Corvette running in the 10th position. So good run there for him. Take a look at Iqbal Kurdiawan. Looks like Yuta Prezanta is on pit lane late in the run. And now he's finished up his pit stop, coming back out on track. But late race pit stop for Prezanta. As we see Iqbal Kurdiawan in the 11th position. Prezanta now coming back out on track in P13. See, Alessio Neto is the leader, and Politz is on fresher tires, and he wants to get around. And Neto, they're having some handling issues right now with about 17 and a half minutes left to go. So Neto in the Bentley. John Stanley's had some trouble there. John Stanley looks like he came off track. He's back in that Aston Martin up. He's in P15. Neto the leader, but he's got the 7th place car of Politz in the Bentley all over the back of him on fresher stuff. So if I were Neto, I'd probably just let him go rather than worry about him behind me or trying to dive down and make a pass in the turns. Take a look at Chris Tianto as he's going to get around Goandi. I think Goandi on pit lane. So Chris Tianto now up to the 13th position as Goandi now back to P14. And he is on pit lane here in the Corvette. A pretty extended pit stop here for Andy Goandi in P14 right now. Late race pit stop with just 16 minutes left to go. He's finished up his pit stop, now coming back out on track. Take a look at the Rizal Abdurrahman running in P5. Ian Turpolovsky, P5, P6. So pretty tight battle here. And also Claudio Bardelli Jr. just ahead in the 4th position. Take a look here as he enters this turn. Right here, you see the tires get off the track, and he is turning the wheel. He's wanting to stay on the outside of that, enter on the outside of that turn so he can kind of cut the corner, but the car comes around because he gets the tires off the track. And watch this on the right side of your screen. You see he gets off the line, gets into the grass, and there's no grip on the left side of that car. And then through the grass. But fortunately stays out of the wall. And he did not lose a position. So he's still running in P3. So we're approaching 10 minutes left to go here at Road Atlanta. Alessio Neto is our leader, and that lead is about just under 12 seconds. About 12 seconds now as Gerasimov in the BMW, about 12.2, 12.1 seconds back. Roman Ryevtsev running in P5 in the Bentley. Just avoided disaster a few moments ago. Claudio Bardelli Jr., great run here for the Ferrari. Bardelli Jr., he is running in the 4th position. Rizal Abdurrahman, however, is starting to put a little pressure on him, and this is a good tight battle. Abdurrahman has worked his butt off to close in on Bardelli Jr. And this is 4th position as Abdurrahman trying to set Claudio Bardelli Jr. up for a pass. Abdurrahman is 2/10 back. On board here with him is a look ahead at Claudio Bardelli Jr. And that is a great battle for the 4th position. here late in this race. Oh, that BMW starting to give it a little bit of a peek. Good clean battle here so far as Claudio Bardelli Jr. tried to hold off. Take a look at Bardelli Jr. at the wheel. It's tricky, man, tricky. You got roll bars. Take a look at Bardelli Jr. at the wheel. This is why he has a camera. He can't see out of the back of his car. Can we see his camera? Oh, sort of. And a great battle as Alessio Neto continuing to lead in this Audi. And he's going to prove the doubters wrong here if he can hang on for another 8 minutes. Paul Brown, good top 10 run for him. He's running in P7. A couple Corvettes here running together as Paul Brown in the 7th position, Gordon Carter in 8th. These guys trying to get some of that American muscle up front, and good top 10 run for both those guys. Next Corvette in line is Chris Hughes running in the 12th position. A good run here for him. And I talked about his effort when I was in the stock cars, talking about how much he's really improved his game in the GT3 series. Here he is trying to set up a pass. And he does get by, I believe. So now headed off into a clear track, running in P12. Tianto in the BMW. He has had an eventful race, to say the least. Gordon Carter, I think, has come around. Take a look here. Gordon Carter gives up a position as Chris Tianto getting by there. Gordon Carter, and that, oh my God. That was a hard lick there. Kevin's for the Hans device. He just lost it as came down that hill. And I told you, this is in my opinion, the most challenging section of the track. You're turning, you're going downhill, and you got to get an S. And then he ends up losing the back end of that car, and it's straight into the tire barrier. And I think Abdurrahman was watching that out of the front of his car. Excuse me, Turpolowski was watching that out of the front of his car. See if we can't get a look at that Turpolowski's machine. This is on board here with Gordon Carter. Oh, man. Ate the wall right there. On board here with Turpolowski. Right there, Gordon Carter losing it and getting into the wall. And at that point, you're just hoping he doesn't come back out onto the track. Well, Neto, the leader. Look at that. Is that Bezrikov joining us in the chat session? My heavens, man. We got Jack Trawick as well joining us in the chat session. Good to see those guys with just 5 minutes left to go. Much rather see Bezrikov out on the track, though. We'll say that. He knows that, though. Valdo there giving us a play-by-play about Alessio's style of driving. We saw him in that first run, sort of at the end of that tire run. You could tell those tires were giving up on him, but he was challenging that car. You know, the car was getting sideways. He was really working that car and trying to, get to the race lead. And it's a pretty brave drive for him in the Audi nonetheless. Whether he came in knowing that this thing was a little hard to handle. As you see, he is the only Audi on the course. Those guys do not want anything to do with the Audi. This battle for P2 is starting to tighten up just a little bit. It's about 2 seconds separate P2, P3. Look at our extended battle here. Not much of an extended battle. There we go. Nikolai Gerasimov and Roman Ryabtsev. 2.4 seconds separate the two of those guys. We got a battle here between the BMW and the Ferrari. Bardelli Jr. and Rizal Abdurrahman battling it out. Look at that, side by side. As Abdurrahman in fifth, Claudio Bardelli Jr. had gotten past Abdurrahman, but now gets that spot back. How about that, huh? Let's take a look at that sequence. With 3 minutes left to go, we got a late race battle here. Take a look at this. Side by side action to Rizal Abdurrahman and Claudio Bardelli Jr. Bardelli Jr. sets up a good, clean pass on Abdurrahman. Abdurrahman now going to try to close back in and get that spot back here in the waning moments of this race. Oh, man, there was almost some disaster there. Almost some disaster there as we had a car off the pace. And he's now moving his way through lap traffic. My heavens, man. Not sure who was off the track. Might have been Prezanta that came around. I don't know if that was Prezanta that came around and then oh, and there was oh no, he got into the Corvette. Oh my heavens, man. Late race incident there. And Jim Willis, I think, into the tire barrier. Prezanta got into Williams. Jim Willis. Holy smokes. Minute and a half left, and we got some drama unfolding. Paul Brown picking up a late race position as he gets by Vadim Politz as he is on pit lane, maybe taking some service. But right now, it's all Audi with under a minute left to go. Alessio Neto in his first race out. Nikolai Gerasimov in second, Ryabtsev third, Bardelli Jr. fourth, and Abdurrahman is fifth. You see that Ferrari just ahead. That is Bardelli Jr. Right here on board with our race leader. And now he's going to have to do another lap, I believe. Maybe not. It might be the final one for him. Oh, he's going to have to do another lap, it looks like. So one more lap for Alessio Neto. Gerasimov in second, 10 seconds down. Ryabtsev is in third, and that is a good battle there between the two of those guys. As we take a look at Gerasimov and Roman Ryabtsev. Got a second now opened up a little bit of a gap. Gerasimov about a second ahead, 1.2 or so ahead. Getting around the lap car here is Neto. Bardelli Jr. gives him a lot of room. It's just some good race savvy. We know Claudio Bardelli Jr. has a good track awareness and good race etiquette. And Alessio Neto is on his way to race victory here at Road Atlanta. Down the hill, hard left-hander here and back to the right. So Alessio Neto is going to come away with the win here at Road Atlanta in his first race out. So congratulations to him. Big win for Alessio Neto in the Audi. So congratulations, first race out for Neto, and he gets the win. Just joined today, as a matter of fact. So great, welcome to Alessio, and congratulations to him getting the win. So Neto getting the win here in the Audi and silencing the doubters. So congratulations to Alessio on getting his first win, first race out. We'll take a look at the final results here at Road Atlanta. Take a look at the final results. Alessio Neto gets the win in the Audi. Nikolai Gerasimov finishes second in the BMW. Roman Ryaptsov in the Bentley finishes third. Claudio Bardelli Jr., the Ferrari. How about that parity that we have there? Finishes in the fourth position. Finishing in fifth is Rizal Abdurrahman in the BMW. Paul Brandon, the Corvette, finishes sixth. Vadim Palitz in the Bentley, leading a charge of 3 Bentleys in a row, finishes in seventh. Iqbal Kurdiawan in eighth. Nikolai Terpolovsky finishes in the ninth position. Gordon Carter finishes in 10th. Finishing in the 11th position is Yuta Prezanta in the Bentley. Chris Hughes in the Corvette finishes in 12th. Berto Crisatianto finishes in 13th. Andy Goandi finishes in 14th. John Stanley in the Aston Martin finishes P15. Jim Willis is finishing in the 16th position. Artem Shuliev 17th. See Nikolai Gerasimov and Ritsky Novar 18th and 19th. Artur Vieira finishes in the 20th position. And finishing in the 21st position is Adi Sathya. So congratulations to Alessio Neto on getting the win here at Road Atlanta. What a fantastic race there for him. So what a fantastic run there for Alessio Neto, and proving the doubters wrong about the Audi. Well, don't forget, a little bit later, we have Bristol Motor Speedway coming up in the Saturday Night Thunder. If you'd like to come out and race with us, there's the Discord address at the bottom of the banner. You can also head over to highoctaneracing.net and click on the link to join us on Discord. Qualifying starts at 9 p.m. Racing starts at 9:15. It's the brand new 2018 mod, the brand new updated 2018 mod in the stock cars official content. And you can also go over to our to the link and download the car set. Race number 1 of a 10-race season. And it's going to be a great one. Bristol, 150 laps coming up tonight at 9 p.m. Tonight's race has been brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. If you're interested in an rFactor 2 server for your race league, there are 3 self-managed server packages for you to choose from. Not only that, but you can host your website, your online store. How about some VPS hosting and shared web hosting available through EliteHostingUSA.com. No matter where you are in the world, EliteHostingUSA.com can provide you with a server in your local area that provides your league with the best connection possible. Again, don't forget to join us over at highoctaneracing.net. You get a chance to join us through Discord and also see what the current point standings are, see who's running what throughout the week on the practice servers, and get a quick link to TurnLeftTV. Don't forget the Bushwhacker Series will be back in action at Iowa Speedway. 125 laps. Race number 2. We kicked off a race last night, the season last night at Bristol, and it was a great race, man. Had a great turnout and a lot of great racing action. Brand new mod for us, and really kind of the same mod, but a little bit of a tweak there with some of the parts and pieces being able to fly off. But thanks to all those folks who came out and watched. Did I spell January wrong? Look at that there. Friday, January 13th, 2023, race number 2 of the season. And that's going to be a good one to be live right here on TurnLeftTV starting at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't forget to help me out here at TurnLeftTV. Hey, Alessio Neto in the chat there. Congratulations to Alessio and his win. Don't forget to join me each and every week here on TurnLeftTV. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do so, and then share my videos with all your friends. Don't forget to smash that bell. And there's a link to the PayPal right up there, man. If you want to make a donation to TurnLeftTV, click on that PayPal link. And also there's a charity link down in the bottom of the or in the description of this race to the Extra Life Children's Miracle Network Hospitals. We'd appreciate it if you would make a donation to them. Save your donation for me. Make a donation to the Extra Life Children's Miracle Network Hospitals. Well, thanks so much for coming out and joining us here on TurnLeftTV. That's going to do it for me tonight. I'm going to get out of here. We'll see you later, boys and girls.